dear students. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIBS Home School. This is Emdadul, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National English Version School, Deshli. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a math class of class 8. Our today's topic is exercise 3, question 27 and 28. These two questions I will solve in our today's class. Dear students, from exercise 3, example 14 and 15 is given for your homework. Dear students, let us see, and this is your homework number 13. This is your homework number 13. Now let us see what is question 27. Question 27. The length of a pond is 32 meters, breadth is 20 meters, and the depth of water of the pond is 3 meters. The pond is being made empty by a machine which can remove 0.1 cubic meters of water per second. Per second. There will be a little gap. Per second. How much time will be required to make the pond empty? Dear students, to make the pond empty, we need to remove the total water. It means that here, at first we have to determine the total volume of the water. At first we have to determine, as the length, breadth and the depth of water of the pond are given. So we can determine the volume of water contained in the pond, and then we have to determine how much time is required to the pond make empty. So now we can write here solution 27 solution. At first we have to determine the volume of the pond. It means the water contained in the pond. Volume of the water contained in the pond. So we can write here given the length of the pond. Length of the pond is 32 meters. The breadth of the pond is 20 meters, and the depth of water of the pond is 3 meters. That is 3 meters. These informations are given, so we can determine the volume of the pond. It means the volume of the water contained in the pond. So determine the volume of the pond. The volume of the pond, that will be equal to, dear students, you know, to determine the volume we have to multiply the length, breadth and height or depth. So we can write here product of 32, 20 and 3. This will be cubic meter, as the unit is meter. So the volume of the pond is product of this 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So we can write here 2, 1 left, 6 3s are 18 and 1 19. Here is a 0. That is 1920 cubic meter is the volume of the pond. It means the volume of the water contained in the pond is, therefore, the volume of water contained in the pond is 1920 cubic meter. Dear students, here is another information given. A machine can remove 0.1 cubic meter of water per second. It means in 1 second, a machine can remove 0.1 cubic meters of water. So we can write 0.1 cubic meters of water can be emptied or can be removed by a machine in 1 second. Therefore, 1 cubic meter of water can be removed by a machine in, as we are determining 1, we have to divide 1 by 0.1 second. Dear students, you need to remember that to make the pond empty, you need to remove the total water from the pond. So we need to remove, therefore 1920 cubic meters of water can be removed by a machine in, now we need more time, so we have to multiply, that will go to, so 1920 will go to the numerator, 1920 by 0.1 seconds. So if we multiply, just 1 0 will increase here, as here is decimal, so we can write here, if we calculate 19200 seconds. Dear students, this is a very large number, so we can convert this into hour and minute. If you convert this into hour, you have to divide this by 3600. If you divide by 3600, this will be converted into hours. So divide by 3600, 19200. Take 5 times, you will get here. What will you get if you take 5 times here? Take 5 times, you will get here 0, then 0, and then I think I have to write from here 0, 0, 5 6 are 30, 5 3s are 15, and 3 18. So this will be 1200. 1200 second will remain. You will get 5 hour. So you can write here 5 hour. And then this remaining seconds we have to convert into minute. So we have to divide this by 600. So again divide this by 60, as 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. We have to divide by 60. If we divide by 60, we will get here 2, 1, 2, 0. Now 0 left, 0 here, 0. So we will get here 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So we can say, dear students, to make the pond empty, 5 hours 20 minutes will be required. Therefore 5 hours 20 minutes will be required to make the pond empty. So our answer of this question is 5 hours 20 minutes. Okay, dear students, so I hope you have understood the solution of question 27. Now I will solve question 28. Now let us see question 28 at first. A solid cube of size 50 centimeter is kept in an empty reservoir of length 3 meters, breadth 2 meters and height 1 meter. The cube is taken out after filling the reservoir with water. What is the depth of the water now? Dear students, it means that suppose here is an empty reservoir. Here is an empty reservoir. Suppose this is an empty reservoir. Its length is 3 meter. Breadth, its length is 3 meter. If you need to understand, this is a 3D figure. Suppose this is an empty reservoir. Its length is 3 meter, breadth is 2 meter, and depth of this one is 1 meter. This depth is 1 meter. This depth is 1 meter. If you fill up this by water, the volume of the reservoir will be product of 3, 2 and 1. A solid is given whose length of its side is 50 centimeter, and if you keep the solid cube into the reservoir and then fill it up by water, and after that remove this one. It means that if you take the cube, the water level will go down. Suppose consider this type of reservoir. Suppose water level is here, but when this cube will be removed, this water level will come down here. It means that here this is the new depth of water, and we need to determine this new depth of water. Dear students, I hope you have understood what we need to determine here. So to determine this, at first we have to determine the volume of the reservoir. Here the length of the reservoir is given, breadth of the reservoir is also given, height of the reservoir is also given. So we can write here the length of the reservoir is 3 meter. The length of the reservoir is 3 meter given. This is 28 given. The length of the reservoir is 3 meter. The breadth is 2 meter and the height is 1 meter. So the volume of the reservoir will be that will be product of 3, 2 and 1 cubic meter, and this is 6 cubic meter. Dear students, now if you want to determine the volume of the solid cube that we need to keep in the reservoir, then we have to convert the length of the solid cube in meter. This is given in centimeters, so at first we have to convert this into meters. So we can write again the length of each side of a solid cube, that is equal to 50 centimeter. That means we can convert this into meter, so we have to divide by 100. This will be 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter. Now we can determine the volume of the solid cube. So the volume of the solid cube, that will be equal to product of 0.5 into product of 0.5 into 0.5 meter cube or cubic meter. If we multiply this 3, we will get here 0.125 cubic meter. Dear students, now if you see here, the volume of the reservoir is 6 cubic meter and the volume of the solid cube is 0.125 cubic meter. Now if we subtract the volume of solid from the total volume of the reservoir, we will get the volume of water contained in the reservoir. Volume of water contained in the reservoir. Therefore, the volume of water contained in the reservoir, that will be, we have to subtract the volume of the solid from the total volume of the reservoir, that is 6 cubic meter minus 0.125 cubic meter, that will be 5.875 cubic meter. Now this is the volume of the water. If we taken out the solid from the reservoir, the volume of the water will be 5.875. And then if we consider the height of the water, as we need to determine the depth of the water or the height of the water. So we can consider, let the depth of the water, depth of the water contained in the reservoir after taking out the solid cube is 8 meter, Now if this is the depth of the water, then what will be the volume of water? The volume of water will be the product of length, breadth and the depth of water. So we can determine therefore the volume of water. That will be equal to product of 3, 2 and 8 cubic meter. Dear students, it means this is 6, 8 cubic meter. So this volume and this volume must be equal. So now if we form an equation 6H equal to 5.875, then from that we can determine the value of H, and that will be the required depth of the water now. So we can write here as per question, we can write 6H equal to 5.875. Now we can write or H equal to 5.875 divided by 6, or H equal to 0.98. If we divide, what will you get? Not 98, 97. This may be 92. 9792. If we consider 4 digit after the decimal. From this we can write therefore H is equal to, this is meter, or we can write therefore, we can write here therefore the depth of water, therefore the depth of water is 0.9792. 9792, that is 0.9792. If you divide 5.875 by 6, you will get here 0.9792 meter. This unit is meter. So if you convert this into centimeter, what will be here? It means that 0. Not 0 point here, we have to multiply by 100. This will be 97.92 centimeter. So this is our required depth. So answer of question 28 is 97.92 centimeter. Dear students, I hope you have understood the solution of question 28 also. Okay, dear students, so do your homework properly, submit your homework timely, and keep practicing at home. Abide by your parents. Stay home, stay safe. See you again. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.